following assignment is the Personal Vocabulary Bank for Wes Moore. And the best way to build a better vocabulary is to read. The more books you read, especially novels and literary works, but also magazines and newspapers, the more words you'll be exposed to. As you read and uncover new words, attempt to derive meaning from the context of the sentence, as well as from looking up the definition in a dictionary. While you read, pay close attention to words you don't know, but don't try to look up everything right away, or you'll fail to appreciate the narrative and eventually burn out. Instead, write the words on a post-it or highlight the words that appear to be useful or central to the story. Then try to figure out their meanings from context before checking the final official definition in the dictionary. So, for this assignment, you are going to keep track of new vocabulary or concepts as you're reading the other Wes Moore, and you're going to create 16 slides for the memoir of your selected words, or you can choose from the words on the list by following the link. So you can see each chapter has quite an extensive list of vocabulary words used in Wes Moore. So you can use a combination of your own words and these words, or you can select all of your words from the list. Coming back to our directions, so with the title slide, there is a total of 17 slides for this presentation. You may use the following Google Slides template from your presentation. Do this by clicking here. You will be prompted to make a copy. Go ahead and make a copy. And you're going to write your name for the presentation here. And one thing that I'd like for you to do before you get going is to come here to this share button, and you're going to click on this drop down menu and select anyone with the link before you do anything else. So this will be where you come also when you come and copy the link for submitting your presentation. So for this presentation, you can select a different background, a different background color in this case, that's what comes up. You can select a different layout that you might like better. You can also select a different theme from the ones on the side here. So you can be creative with the presentation and make it yours. So here I have I've set up all of the slides for this presentation. You can use this, or you can follow this as an example of what your presentation should look like. And you can also use PowerPoint. You don't have to use Google Slides. Going back to our directions. Ultimately, all the chapters should be represented in the presentation, and this will be 2 words and 2 slides per chapter. And the following information will be on each slide of the chapter. On each slide, the chapter, the page number, the word in context as used in the text. This will be where you're going to pull out the sentence and use the quotation marks. An image that helps you remember the word, a definition, a hashtag that helps you remember the word. So this is a connection that you make to the image, maybe to the definition or to the quotation mark. So it's a way to remember new vocabulary. So going back to the Personal Vocabulary Bank, you see it's kind of set up here in each slide, the directions. So here is the chapter number. This is where you're going to write your word. Then you're going to use the following format to introduce the quote. So you're going to have on page, and you're going to write your page number, going to have a comma, Wes Moore writes, comma, And then you're going to have your quotation marks. Once you have written your sentence that includes your word, you're going to go back, find it in your sentence and underline it. Then you're going to look up the meaning of the word in a dictionary. You're going to include an image on this side, and then you're going to write a hashtag that has some form of connection to the meaning, the quote that you've included, the sentence where you found the word, and the image that you selected. And you're going to do this, you're going to follow the same format for each of your slides. Now, to see an example of this, you can click on the Westmore Vocabulary Bank example, and here you'll be able to see two examples of a final word, two slides for chapter 1. Now remember, this is an example, so you cannot use this same words that I have used. So example 1 is diaphanous, and this is from chapter 1. And on page 7, Westmore writes, I pulled back the thin diaphanous curtain that covered the windows and spotted my friend Diana outside with her mother. As you can see, I have introduced the page number, Westmore writes, the quotation marks, and make sure that your punctuation is inside the quotation marks. I have the meaning of the word, diaphanous means light, delicate, and translucent. I have an image of butterfly wings that are, you can see they're translucent. So the delicate butterfly wings reminds me of the word diaphanous. And you're going to do the same for example, this is going to be another example from chapter 1, is the word askance. On page 15, Westmore writes, the hospital looked at him askance, insulted him with ridiculous questions, and basically told him to fend for himself. You're going to go back, underline the word, look up the meaning. Here it's disapproval or distrust. And the image, you can see that it's kind of a side eye or someone looking at something or someone else askance. So my hashtag is side eye because it's a way for me to remember the word askance. So once you have finished your vocabulary bank, please come over here and look over the scoring rubric. So this will also be a way for you to ensure that you have completed all of the elements for this assignment. As usual, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me. Thank you.